Thank you. Thank you. I see so many friends. It's good to be here with you once again in Houston. I now know you have two airports because I've visited both of them. Make sure we go back to the right one on the way back. I've learned that about Houston. Great city. You know, we were here a few months ago, and we had a great meeting during our tour, Familias Unidas, and that helped to generate and to spark a new enthusiasm in this country and a new focus around the need of immigration. And so we're back in Houston once again, except this time I understand there are going to be a few more people. That we're a little broader organized, and so I want to thank you. Because that's demonstrative of a movement. You know, what is one day 100 people, the next day is 3 and 4, and ultimately is thousands of people that help to shape public opinion and help to shape our public policy. A couple of things, and I'll be happy to take questions from members of the press. We have a new administration in Washington, D.C. An administration that was elected on the promise of comprehensive immigration reform, that said it would fight for our immigrant community, that it would bring people out of the shadows into the light of day, it would end the exploitive condition in which the undocumented community lived, it would end the fear that existed in that community, and would once and for all secure our borders, give us security internally, but at the same time bring about fairness to the immigrant community. And that it would stop the divisions that the government was causing through its policies of separation of families. Now, that hasn't ended. We still have the soldier in Iraq who comes back to find a notice that his wife is being deported. We have the young soldier who dies in Iraq, who doesn't even know that while he's given his life for this country, his mother is being deported from the United States. We have thousands upon thousands of American citizen husbands being separated from their wives, wives being separated and destroyed. You know, in this country there are nearly 3 million American citizen children whose parents are undocumented. Many of them live in such fear that any moment they could be separated from their family. So really, what we have is the destruction of what is the key nucleus to any society, the family. And unfortunately, we're headed to a record number of separations and deportations this year. You cannot, on the one hand, have a campaign which says, if I'm elected, if you support me, I will bring about comprehensive immigration reform so that it will end this vicious cycle of exploitation and of fear in your community and allow your community to come into the light of day, out of the shadows, legalize their status once and for all, because we want to end that. And on the other hand, have unprecedented deportations and the use of the government to destroy and divide those very families that you held high during the campaign were a top priority for you. So it's one or the other. And in Texas, you probably know it best. Because quite honestly, even former President Bush articulated a very clear policy of wishing to end the plight of 12 million undocumented workers as we secure our borders, as we make sure that those that are waiting in line stop having to wait in line to be reunified with their families.